Um, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This video is my 7th episode. But today, as you can see, I put a little, something to my eyebrow so that because I don't have any eyebrows, so a little bit of, lipstick so that it looks something, because I feel like I'm good. That's the important thing. If you feel good. So because this morning I feel light and I'm very consistent with the whole week about what I eat. But today we will have to discuss about the intermittent fasting. Have you heard about that? Well, as I said, the theory of this intermittent fasting is a very old tradition. Just like when the religious groups, like in the case of the whether it is Buddhist, Muslim, Catholics, they do fast. They don't eat for a certain period of time, right? Now, as I do research about some programs about how do you reduce weight, so I came over on this kinds of program. We call it intermittent fasting. So I would like to try that one. Remember, my channel is all about weight loss experiment. So whichever fit to my lifestyle and whichever that I believe that it is, how do you call this one? I feel comfortable to do it without any kinds of hesitations, right? So today, because my last video, I'm so happy. It goes with some like 100 plus views plus from 1 to 2, 3, 4 subscribers. Now I have a 25 subscriber, which is thank you very much. So I'm so happy. We will have to discuss about the intermittent fasting. Now let us discuss what is intermittent fasting. Oh my God. Sometimes I don't feel like to discuss it because I feel like you always look like a teacher. You are discussing things. Well, to be able to understand these programs, we have to have certain overview of what is, or I have to explain to you guys what is intermittent fasting, right? So intermittent fasting is an eating where you eat within a specific time period and fast the rest of the time. Well, the main goal is you have not to eat within 16 hours, within 24 hours. So it's up to you how you manage to break it down. Now, they said that through intermittent fasting, it is an effective way to lose weight. It's a less diet and more lifestyle choice, because you have a choice whether you wanted an intermittent of every 4 hours, every 6 hours, every 8 hours, or every 16 hours. The benefit of intermittent fastings include weight loss, protections against chronic disease, improved brain functions, and increased longevity. Now, there are different intermittent fasting methods. First that I came across is with the bulletproof intermittent fasting. I will have to explain to you later on about what is the bulletproof intermittent. You just actually, when I came across to that bulletproof fasting, is you just skip the breakfast and drink instead of eating. You just drink coffee without sugar, without milk. It's all about it. And the healthy fats from the grass-fed butter and brain-obtained oil coupled with the kicks of caffeine gives you an energy and keep hunger pangs at bay without switchings on your digestions. So basically, that's all that they want you to understand about bulletproof program. Now, as I told you, there are different intermittent fasting method. What are those? Now, they said there is what we call a ratio of 5:2. Now, these methods allow you to eat normally 5 days in a week. The other 2 days are your fasting day. Although you still do eat, but just keep it between 5 and 600 calories. So in other words, the 5-2 is you eat within 5 days, whatever it is. But on the Saturday and Sunday, you lower your intake calories. It should be only 500 or 600 calories, and that's about it. I don't think that it's fitted to me because, hello, my blood sugar go down. I remember I feel like sometimes when I don't eat in the morning and after like 5 or 6 hours, I started to shake. I feel like, I wanted to collapse. So the 5-2 is, I don't think it's good for me. The other one is eat, stop, eat. With this one, you restrict all foods for 24 hours once or twice a week. So in other words, you really don't eat or you restrict the entire 24 hours once or twice a week. There are some people they can do that, but my lifestyle, they cannot do that. 60, there's another one which is 16 and 8. You eat all your daily calories within a shortened period, typically 6 to 8 hours, and the fast for the remaining 14 to 16 hours. You can do this every day or a few times a week. That is also good. That's what I'm doing right now. Actually, I started this, or I started now actually. When I woke up, I feel good. So I started to eat my breakfast and also my coffee definitely. But I cannot live without sugar. So what I did, I just cut my sugar intake only. After that, after I eat bread, only one bread, small bread actually, I cut it into 3, and then I toast it and I have some coffee. That's what I eat. That's about 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, yeah, 7:30. Then after that, I don't have anything to eat anymore. So what I did, I just drink only green tea. And then I count 4 hours. So at 12 o'clock, I feel like I'm already shaking. I'm about to collapse. So that is the time that I ate my brown rice and my adobo, my adobo. But it's also small portions, not like, it's good. So after that, after I eat that, I counted another 4. Then at 6 o'clock, I ate it again, but this time it's also bread, okay? Also bread, and as usual, my adobo, which is small portions also, and a 3 slice of bread, which is, the whole bread like this. I cut it into 4 or 5, and then 2 or 3 that I use it. And then until now, I'm supposed to eat at 10 o'clock, but I feel like I'm still full, so I don't eat. So I let it like that, until I will fall asleep. Because actually the fasting, I will do it for tomorrow. But apparently I thought, let me start it right now. And then that 16-8 is best. So that's why I wanted to try that within a whole week. So I started tomorrow. Actually, I started now, okay, until the following week. And then I will give you a recap of how does I feel. Do I feel good? The important is, it's not about the measure actually, it's about how you feel. Because later on, if you feel good, if you feel light, that's the important thing. Rather than you feel ugly, you feel sluggish, you feel that you don't have any energy, right? So I would like to tell you guys next week whether these kinds of lifestyle or these kinds of program, sorry, not lifestyle, these kinds of program is very good to my lifestyle, okay? And the other one, which is, as I tell you, very drastic. These people is really wanted to lose weight within 7 or 8 months fast enough. We call it bulletproof intermittent fasting. Most closely resemble to the 16-8 method, But with one crucial difference, you drink a cup of bulletproof coffee in the morning. It's clever hack to keep the hunger pangs at the bay while staying in the fasting state. Okay? So in other words, instead of you eat breakfast, you just only drink coffee and then wait for the next hour or the next 16 or 8 hours where you can eat. Okay? So in other words, I don't do 8 hours, but I break out the 8 hours into 4 but on a small portions of food. Same thing. Okay? That's what I'm doing right now. Now, they said there is a lot of benefits when you are doing this intermittent fasting. Now, the benefit of intermittent fasting are when you don't eat any food for the set period of each day, you do your body and your brain a whole lot of good. It makes sense from the evolutionary standpoint. For most of the history people were eating 3 square meal a day plus grazing on snack. Instead, humans evolved in situations where there wasn't much food and they learned to thrive when fasting. It's just like when you go back long time ago, people, they eat and then they hunt again and then they eat. It's just like that. So they just burn the food the day. That's why they said that long time ago, human are skinny. Yeah, you're right. It's true. Yeah. So well, I believe you because these are the research that they said. But nowadays, we don't have to hunt for food. Although hunting for your own meat isn't a bad idea, right? Rather, we spend most of our days in front of the computer, which is very true, and we eat whatever we want, even though our body aren't adapted to its behavior, which is very true. Because a lot of people right now are always in front of the computer, like me. And I don't use any more TV. I use the internet as my TV because you can do a lot of things in the internet. Okay. Now, I'm sorry because right now I have cough because it's cold, apparently. But I don't drink medication, so I just do holistic. I use ginger and a lot of tea. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, let's go back. Now, they said that switching to an intermittent fasting diet expands your limit and boosts your performance in a few ways. Here are some of the powerful benefits of intermittent fasting. So when we do intermittent fasting, we boost weight loss. That's the number one. So definitely because you are starving yourself, you will have a weight loss. Because you only eat what suppose the body can use, they increase the energy. Because one of the research that I saw in one of the documentary, when you eat less, the brain tell to the body that they have to use all the stored fat. Okay, so that's why they boost weight loss at the same time your energy go up. It also promotes cellular repair and autophagy. Now, cellular repair, when you don't eat, that is the time that your cell, they repair itself. And autophagy is when your body consumes defective tissue in order to produce a new parts. So when they are doing repair, autophagy is when they eat their own food. It's not eating your own. It's something like the brain tells you, oh, you don't have any food, so what we're gonna do is whatever is stored fat you have to use it and burn it. That's how it is. It's automatic. Now, at the same time, it also reduces insulin resistance and protect against type 2 diabetes because whether you like it or not, the cause of gaining weight is taking more food and you don't have any exercise. Like right now, like here in the States, we are living in a tri-state where the place were cold, so we rather stay home, bundle up, sleep. So we don't use much of our energy. So that is why instead they become stored all the fats in our body. So because of that, our body cannot cope of creating more insulin. So when you eat, definitely they inject insulin so that to turn those food into energy. And then every time you eat, they do that. And then because you eat a lot, you eat more often and a lot, so the body are not coping. So therefore, you become diabetic. That's the doctor said. So they don't, and the saddest thing also is some people, they cannot produce anymore their own insulin, so they have to inject insulin to digest those food and burn it. That's how it is. That is why those diseases called type 2 diabetes. Type 1 is when they pass it to generation to generation. If your mom has type 1, they can pass it. You're born with it. But the type 2 is because that is a lifestyle disease. They said that's a lifestyle disease. Another thing is lower bad cholesterol. Well, the last time that I checked my blood through my doctor, I have a high bad cholesterol. Okay, so because of eating meats and something like that, and that's not good also. It's supposed to be lower LDL as compared to the bad cholesterol. That's why when you don't eat much, it lowers the bad cholesterol. That causes high blood pressure. Right now, I have high blood pressures, and I take medicines of that one. But nowadays, I skip the medications because it's normal. So I think I just skip from time to time because I don't want also to adapt to medications, because my doctor told me that if I maintain that to a normalcy, then they will take out the medications, because the medication that they gave it to the high blood pressure patient is only a medication just to lower your blood pressure. But if you are normal and you function well, so why you will have to take those medications? And besides, every time that you take medications, it also hits your kidney, and eventually, when you have a lot of medication you take, eventually your kidney cannot cope anymore, and it will shut down. That's what's happened to my mom. At the age of 15, 16, she was diagnosed with a heart, and also for a long time you get a high blood, the type 2 diabetes, and everything like that. And she had a lot of medications. So at her age, the doctor told her, you cannot cope anymore today, so I have to put you to dialysis. But she lived for a while because she died at age 83. So, but if she don't have a problem with her kidney, I believe my mom's still alive nowadays. Now, another thing is for the intermittent fasting, they said, is promotes longevity. So definitely, if your lifestyle are good, at the same time you eat appropriately, you promote longevity. So that definitely your life will be prolonged. It also protects against neurodegenerative disease such as Alzheimer and Parkinson. That's what they said. That when you control your eating habit, eventually you avoid those old age diseases. Well, Parkinson, I think Parkinson, there are some people who are a little more younger that they have Parkinson, but Alzheimer most especially, they are all These are all senior diseases. It also improves memory and boosts brain functions. Okay, so when you do that, it also enhances your brain function, and also makes cells more resilient. So your cells become more durative. They fight. They can be how they call this one, flexible in a given situations. So so guys, these are the things that benefit the intermittent fasting. So next, starting tomorrow, I will do that, the intermittent fasting, but I don't do 16/8. But instead, I will have to do the what do you call this one? 16/8 and 4. Okay, but 16 is only like you eat in the morning, and then 16 hours you eat again. The 8 is you divide the entire 24 hours into by 8. But me, I divided by 4. But at the last part, because when it at night time you don't eat at all, so definitely 16 hours you will have to you will not eat between 14 to 16 hours, and that's the main goal. You don't eat on the specific leverage between 14 to 16 hours. That's good enough. If you do that every day, then it's the best. Let us see. And reminding, this intermittent fasting is you also limit your intake. Okay, it's not about like when you're about to eat, you eat like you splurge yourself, you eat like there's no tomorrow. No, you still do what you're supposed to do. Like in my case, when I started, that's why I feel like my losing weight is slow, slow phase, because I'm not in a rush, but because I wanted to do it as my lifestyle. Okay, so next week or the next video, probably we will have to talk about more on this intermittent fasting. At the same time, some other technique on to do this intermittent fasting, I will have to explain to you guys. Okay, but guys, if you like this video, please do subscribe and also comment. My friend Luchi, they told me that I have to be a little more candid, a little more, girly, I don't know, or a little more not too much boring when I'm telling things, right? Well, through times, because it's very hard, guys, to be in front of the camera. This is like I'm a newbie to become a blogger, but I'm trying my best to be like very informative, at the same time real. I want it for real, guys. I'm not joking. Whether this kinds of weight loss experiment is good enough, because there's a lot of program, there's a lot of people who are doing or blogging their weight loss, but it goes back. Why? Because I believe, based on my research before I blog this, is they are not become their lifestyle. Okay, so I am not hoping something like immediate. I wanted a program or lifestyle, a change in my lifestyle. Well, I think that it's good enough. I don't need to become like a model star, a model body, or because I only wanted to feel good. Like I feel for a couple of months that I cannot walk because I have a big belly. Walking is, I'm catching my breath. Sometimes when I go home, I don't want it to get up, because in my brain telling me that why you should go up, sleep. When you are fat and obese, everything is negative. But you will feel like you're improving when everything is changing, when you started to lose weight, when you feel like you are no longer having a hard time to wear your shoes. When you are obese or fat, It's very hard. Simple thing is hard for you to do it. Even taking your fans, it's very hard because you know what? If your waistline is 34 but your belly is 52, it cannot match. So you lose everything. So your confidence totally lose. So all those negative implication when you are fat or obese is there. So that's why I wake up my mind and so like no 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 no. If I wanted to live in this world, I have to do something. So that's why it came out an experiment, weight loss experiment. I wanted to document everything about what I'm trying to tell you. I'm being real. Okay? So follow me because I'm enjoying now blogging all those things. Okay? But guys, please, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay? And also do comment. Okay? I'm hoping that in the next vlog or some questions that you want me to answer, and also I'm open to everything, whatever you see, whatever you get. And if you have some suggestion, I'm willing to try. Or if you have something program that you really good, let me know so I can try it. Okay, so that's all for today right now. Thank you, and wishing you well till our next video. Bye.